So far we have seen everything using Cucumber with JUnit. Now Cucumber can be integrated with TestNG as well. Basically, both are runners, JUnit and TestNG. They'll act as a runner over here, right? So instead of using JUnit, we can use TestNG as well. But in case of Cucumber, Cucumber is majorly used with JUnit, right? Even if we gonna see later on some of the reporting part as well, even the extent report and other libraries. So most of the help is actually available with JUnit as compared to TestNG. But yes, I mean if you want to work with TestNG with Cucumber, you can do that thing as well. So in this lecture, we're gonna see how we can integrate TestNG with Cucumber and what all things that we'll be needing. The very first thing, if you take a look at the reference library, we have added this Cucumber JUnit jar file. So what I'll do, I'll just gonna remove this jar file and we're gonna add the jar file that is Cucumber TestNG now. So if I remove this, I'll start getting some errors because I have included something from Cucumber JUnit API over here, right? So what I can do, or what I need to do is I'll need to go to mvnrepository.com and I'll need to search for Cucumber TestNG jar file from here. So this is Cucumber TestNG and we can download it from here. And this is the central, and we can download the jar file. Where is the jar file? This is the jar file, Cucumber TestNG jar file, right? So this is the jar file that I got, and I'll just gonna copy this jar file. Okay, I think I've already downloaded it earlier, so I must have kept it inside jars and Cucumber, and this is the TestNG one, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'll just gonna import this jar file, go to build path and add this jar file, right? So we're getting some errors over here, which is the run with it's actually showing some error. So what I'll do, I'll just gonna comment out this run with, right? Even this import will not need it right now, right? So what else can be done over here will be using something called as extends abstract TestNG Cucumber tests, right? So this will be imported to this Cucumber API TestNG, right? Now how to run it? Do we get any run as option over here? We're not going to get it, right? So what we need to do, we need to create some testng.xml file, right? And in order to do that, I would recommend that you can add the testng plugin as well to your Eclipse. So that can be done from here. If you go to testng.org and you go to download, you're going to see either you can install it from here or just copy this link and go to help, install new software and paste this path and select TestNG from here. Click on next, next, next. It will gonna take few seconds and it will add TestNG to your library. So once the TestNG is added, you'll right click over here, go to build path, say add libraries. You're gonna see TestNG over here. Click on next, click on finish. The TestNG will be added over here. These are the TestNG jars. Now what you can do, if you right click on your project, you will say TestNG convert to TestNG, and you're going to see some code over here with the testng.xml file. This is basically the runner, the suite file. And if you click on finish, you're going to get a XML file over here, testng XML, in which the one that you need to run is the runner, right? So instead of login step, you'll be saying runner dot run queuque, the file name. Right. Now this TestNG XML, it contains a suite tag, starting suite and end suite tag, right? And this is basically your test. Anything that you will run inside it will be treated as a single test by this TestNG XML. When I'm saying single test, if I run this, I'll say run as TestNG suite. You're gonna see if I go to the console, so you can see four scenario executed, all four scenarios passed, and 24 steps got executed. So it has executed everything, but if you take a look at the report shows the feature as login and the feature as login to production. It shows only two feature over here, right? Whereas we it is actually not showing you the steps, right? We have a couple of steps, as in login step we have parameterized the step. Sorry, in login feature we have parameterized data over here, right? It is not showing that as two set of data over here. Even over here we have two scenarios, so both of them are not showing over here. So the reporting of TestNG is not very good, right? Although you can execute, I mean, the result will gonna remain absolutely the same. The execution, all the steps have been executed over here, right? But the reporting is not very good with TestNG. So it is highly recommended if you are working on Cucumber, don't use TestNG, use the JUnit library because Cucumber has more support with the JUnit library. All right.